if you use turmeric, you know that it'll stain everything you have forever. Forever and ever and ever. So I have been wanting to dye with turmeric since forever, because ever since I started cooking with it, if you cook with it, you know, stains and dyes, everything yellow. And this color yellow is gorgeous. I love it. It's like that mustardy, like, oh, amazing, just like depth, fall, great color. I've been wanting to utilize that color for positivity. Instead of dyeing my countertops, I want it to dye my shirts pretty yellow. So I thought I'd participate in the Corona trifecta of hobby. One being sourdough baking, which I've already done. The next step is to play Animal Crossing or do tie-dyeing, and since I don't own a Switch, I thought, let's tie-dye stuff. But if I can, I want to try to go the natural route. Classic Gen Zer. I've also been wanting to use a shibori-style method. Shibori is a traditional Japanese tie-dyeing technique. There are 6 methods, but today I'm going to be focusing on 2 of them, kanoko and 𝕤𝕤𝕤𝕚. It's a twofer, you know, I love a twofer. So this video is a combination of me trying turmeric dyeing for this first time and me also trying shibori-style bounding methods. So we're here, we're gonna try this, and I'm actually really looking forward to this, and I hope it turns out. So the first thing is get your fabric in order. I decided to cut up an old pillowcase, and I did this because instead of ruining 6 shirts, I just ruined 1 pillowcase. No. Since I was doing these methods for the first time, I just wanted to try them out on a little bit of fabric. Now let's get into the folding methods. Like I mentioned earlier, we're going to be focusing on 2 today. The first being the kanoko method. This is bound resistance dyeing. This is probably the technique you're most familiar with, and you essentially just bind your fabric. This first technique is the crumple method. You essentially grab parts of the fabric and crumple it to how you want it and bind it in that way. Personally, the more crumples the better, the more to love, you know what I mean? This next method is called crisscross binding. You take thread or a thin rope and you crisscross it around the fabric. So this is a super simple concept, but it's really hard to do if you're doing it by yourself, so would recommend friends if you have them. Well, I didn't, and I had to put it in my mouth, whatever. The final kanoko method is single binding. This is by far my favorite. You simply grab portions of the fabric, you tie it with a rubber band. Basically, the more you tie, the more circles you'll get in your tie-dye. The other shibori method is called the 𝕤𝕤𝕤𝕚 method, which is utilizing blocks in accordion fold. First you accordion fold the fabric, now accordion fold this into squares, making sure you keep that fold tight. Now we're going to be using blocks. I found some extra wood in the garage and cut them into little baby squares. You can use plastic or anything that's hard and not porous, because essentially we're trying to create a negative space with this. Finally, when you place the blocks where you want them to be, you can bind them up. I think it's such a cute little baby package. Wouldn't you just absolutely love to find that on your doorstep? Because I know I would. Let's DIY. Let's DIY dye this. Well, you heard her. Let's DIY dye this. There are 2 parts to the dyeing method. First, you have to boil the fabric in vinegar. This is apparently to keep the color in. I don't know if it works, but we're doing it. I'm doing a 4 parts water to 1 part vinegar solution. Multiply this recipe depending on how much you're dyeing and how big your pot is, but I will put the recipe in the description below. I don't really know you can call this a recipe, but she will be there. Okay, the next step is to submerge your fabric in the vinegar. I would highly recommend you get your fingers really up in there and just completely smell like vinegar, because you can smell like BO and convince everybody around you that you were just, exercising and running and being healthy and stuff. So, life hack. Next, you're going to boil the solution for 30 minutes. You'll know it's done because your whole entire house will smell like vinegar. The whole thing. Everywhere. I love that for you, and I love that for us. Now take it off the stove and rinse it. You're going to want to rinse this until you can't smell vinegar anymore, but that's a long time, and also don't burn yourself because it's very, very hot. Now we're going to start our turmeric bath solution. For every 12 cups of water, you're going to need 1/4 cup of turmeric. That's a lot of turmeric. That's a lot. So much. I recommend using the oldest turmeric you have. This is from 2001. I have a cousin that was born in 2001. He just graduated high school. The older the turmeric, the wiser, right? So. Yummy. once you've rinsed your fabric, you can place it in the turmeric solution. The final step is boiling the solution for 30 minutes. While that's happening, I got a little distracted, and I really wanted to keep to the theme of this video. You know what else I have in the house? Real turmeric. They look like little maggots. So I've gotten a turmeric latte before. I did spend $7 on it, and I'm not proud, but it was a good latte. I'm human, okay? And that's why I want to juice this. So after all that turmeric, you're left with this. Ah. Oh my god, it's so gross. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you the destruction and damage that turmeric causes to all in its wake. Stains on stains on stains on stains, that's what it leaves in its path. You know exactly what you're doing. I know you're so beautiful, turmeric, with your yellow golden goodness. But really, turmeric, you gotta stop. You're an attention whore. Anyways, after it's done boiling, you can take it off the heat, and you're supposed to let it sit 8 to 18 hours. I think this has something to do with the fact that this is a natural dye and it will take longer for the color to fully absorb into the fabric. But I did not wait 8 hours. I waited 5. Oopsie doopsie doozy doozy doo. That being said, you can leave your fabric in for as little or as long as you want. It really depends on what color you're going for as well as what fabric you're using. So something like my t-shirt that I used has more ribbing than the fabric sheet. So for the sheets, I had to leave it in overnight, so that was about 18 hours. And when I took it out, there was essentially almost the same color as the t-shirt. So once you've decided on how long you want to wait, take your fabric out and thoroughly rinse it. So you're going to rinse it until the water runs clear. And I know that's a huge ask, because I didn't really do that, but you know, you should follow the rules. Next, you're going to want to throw this into the dryer. I don't own a dryer. There isn't one in this entire house, so I hang dried it. You know, like the old-fashioned kind, like on a wire with clips in nature. Or you can use a tree like this. Or multiple trees, bushes, shrubberies, greenery, your neighbor's porch. Maybe not that. And when you're all dry and ready, you are done. Congraturitos! Okay, so final thoughts on everything. I absolutely recommend this. I love this. It was so good. Besides the fact that your whole house will smell like a mixture of vinegar and turmeric, it goes away. This tie-dye shirt is amazing. It looks like something you could buy at the store. This beautiful golden goodness. It smells like turmeric. The block method, this is picnic bitch chic, you know? The thread tying method one, it's really cool. The piece de resistance, my favorite piece. I am in utter love with it. You can tell that I bound the rubber band a little bit looser because it's not white. This part where you see the white circles, that's how you know you bound it correctly, I guess, but it's like what you want. 10 out of 10 would recommend. And this is great. I loved it. Now I've got fabric to do stuff with. Cool. Thanks so much for watching. This was a really fun project and I'd highly recommend you try it. If you do, tag me, beep me if you want to reach me. I'd love to see your project. And this has inspired me to do more natural tie-dye. Maybe there will be another. And in terms of that turmeric stain, I think it'll come out eventually. But don't quote me on that. Hope you like this and see you in the next one.